Welcome to Octane Mobile Gaming. Once again to the channel, I am Octane, your host, and today we're going to take a look at possible deck combination, and I'm going to show you two combinations that I've been trying out. They're both the same combination, but one can be a bit more powerful than the other. I'll also show you my non-event combination, which is this one that we're currently looking at. So the non-event combination uses Punjari Rashmi, which will give you a 2000% attack increase on the first activation of the battle skill. It doesn't create any power gems. It does heal for 2500% of your recovery, and it will give you 200% every turn after you activate the battle skill for the first turn. This one is Protectors of Prosperity. It's from the same deck as Punjari, and this one will also give you 2000% attack increase on your first activation of the battle skill. After your first activation, it goes down to 200%. It gives you 5 power gem 6s, and it gives you a revive as well, and it does give you a heal. The next card is Keepers of History. Keepers of History is the card that's gonna upgrade your power gems. It will give you 8 Earth power gem 7s, and it will increase your attack as well by 100% for 3 turns. The upgrade is a one-time offer only. It's on the first activation of your battle skill, because all of these cards, all 3 cards, I've got ambush, and I don't really think I need to explain what ambush is, because it's been around for quite some time. It has got a passive that creates 4 Earth Power Gem 6s at the start of each turn, and it's got a Water Gem ban, and none of these cards actually dispels any of the debuffs that we've got this week. So we've got 3 debuffs this week. Of the 3, because of the cards that I'm actually using, Slumber is not really something that is going to affect me that much. This is going to be my main damage dealer, Hard One Gorillas, which needs no introduction. It will give me that 5-time damage on the second turn after activating its battle skill, which is where I'm going to generate most of my attack output, because if this card is able to deal, say, 10 quadrillion damage, if I do manage to get the bonus attack off, that will give me 50 quadrillion damage. So it's absolutely fantastic. Metaverse Master is a card that is very useful. It will give me 150% damage increase. It will also convert all non-dark gems to dark gems. That will help me out as well, because as the combo stand, I'm not running Amy's Sword of Excellence. So when you activate Metaverse Master's battle skill and you create those lovely dark power gems, when you activate all the Earth cards, they will overwrite a few of them, and some of the ones that are overridden will be upgraded by Keepers of History. And depending on your layout of your power gems, you can get a massive bang for your buck. Now, my observation of the gems, I have noticed that if you've got anything above 5 power gems loose, they're not in the main cluster, you can get a really decent damage from your deck. If you've got a cluster of, say, 8 or 9 power gems that you swap together, and you've got lots of loose Earth power gems all over the board, you get the biggest bang for your buck when you've got that. However, that is very difficult to replicate. It only happens once in once in every probably 20 attack. It doesn't happen very often. So that is this combination. This combination is quite good. It's very powerful on the first attack. The attack goes down quite dramatically. So it will go from probably say 3, 4, or 5 quadrillion down to less than a quadrillion on all attacks after that. But if your deck dies and it revives, it resets all the ambush. That's a good thing. But for the deck to die, it's really difficult because you've got so much heal on the deck. Now this is a combination which uses the current ultimate form. The current ultimate form does deal decent damage if you run it as your main damage dealer. However, if you run hard-won gorillas as your one of your main damage dealer, because you can run hard-won gorillas and terrors unleash as your 2 main damage dealer, depends on how you're playing the deck. Now if you run both as your main damage dealer, it's quite good, but then your deck goes from a turn 0 deck to a second turn deck. So I'll show you that, those 2 activation. This one is the same combination. The difference is this one is running Amy's Sword of Excellence and this one isn't. So this one, you've got a chance to deal, as my deck is, up to 15 quadrillion depending on the layout of your power gems. This one you can deal anywhere from a minimum of say 4 quadrillion up to about 9 or 10 quadrillion using R1 gorillas as your main damage dealer. We're gonna go into the battle. We're gonna try out a few bosses and we're gonna see if we're able to get the max damage from all 3 combination. If we are not successful in dealing the max damage, we'll just keep going. I won't make the video very long, so I'll keep going for a while and see the max damage that I'm able to deal with all 3 decks. So first up is my non-event combo. I'm going to use 9 keys because it's a what they call it again? It's an Inferno boss, and I want to maximize my damage, see if I can get MVP. It's my boss as well, so it's always good to try and get your MVP on your boss. So I'm not going to convert all the dark gems, and depending on the layout, but I've only got 2 earth power gems separated from the main cluster, so this is not going to be really that high. So 2 quadrillion, when the nuke goes off, that's going to give me 10 quadrillion, so that is almost 50% of the damage. However, you need more than 50% to actually get the MVP. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get MVP. So the damage is going to go down. I'm not going to do 2 quadrillion with this attack. This attack is going to be far less than 2 quadrillion. So because I'm not creating as much power gem as the first attack, and I'm not getting as much damage attack increase. The deck is not going to die anytime soon. I'm hit with slumber, but that is quite good because that means I'm not getting as much heal from my cards as they're able to actually generate. So let's see if we can get at least a quadrillion damage here, which I don't think is going to happen. I've only got 3 loose earth, so 30 trillion. So you can see that the damage has gone down quite dramatically. It's gone from 2 quadrillion to 30 trillion. So I did manage to get MVP, but you can see that the damage itself is not really that high. Alright, so we're gonna see if we can find an Umbral boss. So there's no Umbral boss up at the moment, but we'll keep going until we get an Umbral boss up, and then I'm gonna try and see the maximum damage I can able to do. So I'm gonna try the one without Amy's Sword of Excellence. I know that this one is quite powerful, so I'm just gonna use 1 key I know that I am able to deal over more than 1 quadrillion bit using this combination, so I don't really need to use 3 keys. So I'm just going to activate all the cards from Metaverse Master straight across to Protectors of Prosperity. And as you can see that I converted most of the dark power gems to earth power gems, but I was able to deal reasonably high damage, and I was able to get 50% using that combination. You won't always get 50%, you won't always get MVP, but if you get a minimum of 20%, that's not too bad. So I always aim for the minimum, and if I manage to get the maximum, then it's a bonus. So here we go. Here's Umbrella Boss up. We'll go for 3 keys. And what I'm actually looking for here, I'm actually looking for the power gems to be separated. I need at least 6 to 7 earth power gems separated from the main cluster. If I get that, I know that I'm gonna get a massive bang for my buck. So I've got actually 6 earth power gems separated from the main cluster. So let's see the damage. The damage is 8 quadrillion. 4, so it's quite a high. I'm not gonna get the nuke off because there's you got 8 quadrillion for hard one gorillas, 4 for the current ultimate form. You got 2 for Protectors of Prosperity, and you got 1 for Keepers of History. So that was quite a decent damage output. This one is almost dead, so it's I could probably get 20% on that one. However, you might not get anything on that one, because what I'm actually looking for is to get my nuke damage off, because it's the bonus attack that actually makes the deck really powerful. It's not the main attack. The main attack some of the time will give you like 15 quadrillion, but the nuke actually builds it right up, and that nuke will actually enable you to get 50% or even MVP. So I think we've got a Umbrella Boss up, so I'm gonna try and see if I can maximize. No, yeah, so the Umbrella Bosses are quite difficult to actually get, because a lot of people are running hard one gorillas as their main damage dealer. You know what, I'm gonna try and get rid of some of these bosses, because when you've got these bosses that they've got half health or quarter health on your screen, it takes up the slot, because you've got a certain amount of slot on your screen, and if all those slots are taken, no new bosses will actually appear. So you have to some of the time get rid of some of these bosses that people aren't able to kill on their first attack. It's not going to be a lot of trophy. This one I'll probably get 50% on it, depending on how high my damage is. So that is just over 3.5 it's about 3.8 quadrillion on that attack. That gave me 50% is not too bad, and that gets rid of that one. This one is gone as well, so hopefully now we can get Umbrella Boss up, which didn't happen. I'm gonna attack this one again. This time I'm gonna use the one with Amy's Sword of Excellence. The combination with Amy's Sword of Excellence is, what I would say, it's a bit more reliable. The damage is roughly about the same on every attack, because you've got the same amount of earth power gems on the board. However, you won't get that separation of the earth power gems as much as when you've got the dark power gems on the board. So this one gives me 1 quadrillion for odd one gorillas, and that's roughly about where you'll get what you'll get using 1 key with that combination. 3 keys, it's a bit high, it's about 3.6 to 4.5 for hard one gorillas, roughly about 2 quadrillion for the current ultimate form. So we're going to use 3 keys on this one. This is the combination that I'm running Amy's Sword of Excellence. Now all 3 combinations are the same. Once you do your massive attack, unless your deck die, you won't be able to do that massive attack again. So here we go, working from right to left. I've converted all the dark gems to earth power gems, and I'm gonna swap the biggest one that I can find, and I've only got 2 power gems loose. I need anything. So 7.8 quadrillion for R1 Gorillas. Didn't manage again to get that nuke off. So the nuke will, if the nuke went off, I'll get just below 40 quadrillion damage coming from hard 1 Gorillas. So you can see that that combination is quite powerful. The nuke by itself would enable you to get probably roughly about 50%, minimum 20%. And if you rinse and repeat and keep going like that over the next, say, 3 to 4 days, you would be able to finish at a reasonable place on the solo leaderboard, regardless if you're in the Legend League or the Emperor League using this combination. You will get the same combination out there that does far more damage, because it all depends on the amount of pink stars that you got on your deck as well. So let's go again. So we got about 3 earth gems loose this time. Let's see what we get. 2.6 quadrillion. So that wasn't really that high. So 2.6, that gives you just below 15 quadrillion. So all subsequent attack after this will be greatly reduced. So I'm not healing, which is quite good. Don't want to heal. But you get hit by the boss every other turn, so the boss is gonna die before you actually. So 20%, so that's not bad. So I'll keep going like that for the next 4 days, and you know, I'll be able to finish relatively high. I'm not gonna finish in the top 10 of the Legend League, but I will be able to finish sub 100. So at the moment I am, let's see, I am 101, and if I continue like that, I'll probably get down to around about this 60, between 60 and 70 on in the Legend League, and I should be able to actually stay in the Legend League for a bit longer. So that's not bad. Here we go, there is the next boss. Let's see if we can actually manage to get a 40 or 50 quadrillion damage on one of these bosses before I actually end the video. It would be nice to actually see the deck do a 50 quadrillion attack. Let's hope we can get our nuke off this time, and it's a really high damage output. So let's see. We're gonna swap that one. We've got more than 4 loose this time. Hopefully it's just over 10. 9.7 quadrillion if the nuke goes off, which it did, and it killed the boss. So that was quite good. 50%, quite good. Let's see the damage output. So we done 67 quadrillion in that attack. So that's what I'm saying about the combo. The combo it's really good. It's a really powerful combination. So I done 25 quadrillion damage to the boss, and the overkill was 42.9 quadrillion. So all in all, that was 48 quadrillion damage just on the first attack. If you can, no, 68 quadrillion. If you are able to do 68 quadrillion all the time, every time, you've got a really powerful deck. So that combination does work. It's really powerful. It's a bit more powerful than, say, the non-event combo, but the non-event combo is powerful as well. It will work for you, and if you're lower down in the leagues, like Paladin League, and you're running that deck, you're gonna finish number 1. You will finish number 1. So here we go again. This time we're gonna try the one without Amy's Sword of Excellence, and let's see if we can actually top the damage output of the one that runs Amy's Sword of Excellent. The one running Amy's Sword of Excellent, as I said, it's a bit more reliable. The damage is relatively the same most of the time. However, you've got the possibility with this one to do really serious damage. So we got quite a bit of, no, we haven't got quite a bit of loose one. We've only got one loose earth power gem. Let's see the damage on this one. 4 quadrillion for hard run gorillas. We didn't manage to get the nuke off. If we did manage to get the nuke off, that would be just over 20 quadrillion. Around about 28 quadrillion damage for the deck, which is a decent damage output, I would say. Pretty decent. So here we go. We're going to try it once more. And after this one, if we are able to get the type of damage that I'm looking for, then that will be it. I'll end the video. But if not, I'll go one more time and see if I can actually get a really decent damage out of this combination. Alright, so we've got a few loose ones. Let's see the damage. 9, 9, 1.3. So that was absolutely disappointing. Really and truly disappointing that one was. So let's end it here. I'm not going to continue because it's just painful. Really painful to go through all those turns. So I did 9.5 quadrillion with that one. That one was really disappointing. So it's not as reliable as the one that runs Amy's Sword of Excellence. So of the two, I lean more to the one that runs Amy's Sword of Excellence rather than the one that doesn't, because the one that runs Amy's Sword of Excellence is far more reliable. This one is not that reliable, even though it has got the potential to do far more damage. Now, I mentioned earlier there's 2 ways to play this deck, and most people guess the 2 ways that you can actually play this deck, because I did show you the last event how you can play this deck in a different way. Didn't manage to get the nuke off either. That would just give us just over 17 quadrillion damage. I did get probably around 20%, 10 or 20% there. So this is my boss. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna attack it. As it's my boss, I'm able to do a 2-turn attack rather than a 1-turn attack. So I'm gonna activate Metaverse Master on the first turn, like so. Then I'm just gonna match the gems. Well, I'll swap the power gems. Then I'm gonna activate Odd One Gorillas first, then Metaverse Master, then the current ultimate form, and that should give the current ultimate form a bigger bang for its buck. So let's see the damage on both cards on this attack and see if it's any good. So 4 and 6. So we got 6 quadrillion for the current ultimate form. So 6 quadrillion coming from the current ultimate form, 4 quadrillion coming from Hard One Gorillas. That gives us 10 quadrillion. Hard One Gorillas did go off. Its nuke did go off, giving us an extra 20 quadrillion. So we did do not bad on that one. However, we could do far better if the gems managed to fall in the right position. We probably could have killed the boss on the first attack. Let's see if this one is much higher. Now 688 trillion, and I don't think we killed the boss. I think somebody else killed the boss, so we didn't get MVP. 20% on my own boss. Let's go one more time, and then I'm gonna end it there. So let's see if we can actually get a 40 quadrillion or 50 quadrillion attack with this combination. And then we go from there. So here we go. Activate everything. Hopefully we get all the power gems in the right order. We've got quite a bit loose power gems all over. Let's see the total damage for hard one gorillas. Come on, give us a 10 quadrillion, 5 quadrillion. So that's it, 5 quadrillion, 5 5's 25. So I'm gonna settle for that 25, probably 30 quadrillion damage coming from hard one gorillas on that combination. I'm gonna end it there. I'm not gonna continue. All subsequent attack afterwards is just very painful. So we have got MVP. We did manage to do 39.6 quadrillion on that combo. So we didn't get up to 40 quadrillion damage, but I would say that's close enough. If you round it down, it would be 40 quadrillion. I would say it's 40 quadrillion. And we did manage to get MVP, which is quite nice. MVP, we didn't get the 50%, but every little helps. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and the information has been quite helpful. So like, subscribe, and before I go, do remember my advice on playing the Slay event. Always farm at least 300 to 400 solo boss keys on between the first and the second day of the event, and the next 3 days you should be okay for keys. You don't have to spend as much time farming keys once you've got like 200-300 keys, solo boss keys reserve. So until next video, this is Octane said, enjoy the event and bye for now.